Okay, so this is Jake Spade's PH, and I'm back here again at a place that I consider so close to my heart. Of course, this moment will not be complete without my, of course, dose of coffee. So I have to bring it with me here, or else the experience will be somehow or some kind of incomplete. So I think this moment is quite different because this will be the first time that I'm doing this video, and at the same time I have decided to bring with me some sort of things to do. I have with me here documents. Yeah, several documents here for review because these things are really essential. Maybe I should take off my mask anyway. I'm in an oval overseeing the sea again. Yeah, same spot. This is the same spot. Yes. And this time I'm using my earphones, the microphone. It's actually inside my shirt. I've decided to do this because I think it's really quite disturbing to watch or to listen to a video or audio clip with gushing of wind. And it's quite disturbing, as I call it. Maybe before I start, I can see just 1, 2, 3 people in this place, with one riding his bike. So we are technically five persons here. What I'm doing now is like a sort of a performance evaluation, or maybe we can just call it an evaluation. An evaluation is being done to revisit a specific performance, how a person or a unit performs given a specific time frame or a certain deliverable. But of course, one of the main components of doing an evaluation is to make sure that you align your assessment and evaluation with the metrics, with the key result areas and key performance indicators that you have set. You have to have with you indicators, of course. I hope this one will not be so boring because this will be the first time also that I'll be talking about this in my video or a vlog. But nevertheless, I'll be interjecting stories, concepts apart from what I'm doing right now. Actually, I've just decided to just keep talking, telling things while doing the paperwork. So it's sort of a multitasking activity. I'm fond of doing it, but thank God I was able to surpass these things, because if maybe this will be the first time that you will be doing a multitasking thing, so it's quite challenging. But if you keep on doing this for quite a while already, so I don't think so that this will be something that is difficult to do. Okay, sorry for the muffling sound of the motorbike. So how am I supposed to do a recording with someone in front of me, perhaps listening to me? Okay, so while actually going through with this document that I have right now, this this is actually an evaluation form. And one of the things that I have observed about doing this, especially if you have quite a number of people involved in this kind of thing, sometimes it's really a challenging thing for you to reconcile the things that they have written. Sometimes also the outputs are contradicting with each other, most especially if you have a group of people trying to evaluate a specific unit or person, and most of them would actually put a mark, a rating that is different from another. That's why it is important to have this thing called competency in doing performance evaluation. I'm not going to show you the documents, but I think that's the summary of the things that I want to share to you guys. When you're doing performance evaluation, you have to have the data with you. You cannot just imagine or put things there without taking into consideration your data. Those things are very crucial, or else if you keep on doing things like that without any information with you, you might be doing an erroneous form of evaluating a unit or a person. So that's not fair. Okay? So I have quite a number of experiences doing things and learning things as regards to evaluating performance. And even before I moved to another workplace, I can humbly tell or say, there, muffling sound again. Okay, he just left. Maybe he noticed me doing this recording, and I thank him because he left and transferred to another place. So thank you, sir, for being so kind. Anyway, going back, as what I've been telling you, you have to have a set of competency when doing evaluation. This is a higher level of task that requires profound understanding, leadership, and managerial skills. And you have to possess characteristics for you to unbiasedly evaluate someone or a unit as regards to how he or she or the unit is performing. And you have to revisit your metrics, your key result areas, your key performance indicators, and you have to really be fair in doing the evaluation. That's why, as to my case, every time I evaluate a person or a unit, I have to set aside my personal biases, because that's not a right thing to do if you are evaluating a person or a unit. But I have to make sure that before I sit down and bring out all the documents, I have to convince myself that indeed I do have the data, I do have the set of recordings, reports, documentations, and from there I would be able to accurately and objectively evaluate the performance of an individual. So fairness is really a crucial thing when you do evaluation. But I think if this is just a little bit of detour, I have learned from one mentor that when you evaluate, aside from all those technicalities, you know, the scientific way of doing an evaluation, you also have to make sure that you do not detach from being human. You are a person, you are a human being, and you are evaluating an organization, a unit that is actually composed of human beings. So it's not that you are doing the evaluation with putting your drama thing in it, on it. What I'm trying to say is that when you evaluate, you don't have to be stoic. You also have to consider a part of you that would somehow be considered when giving someone or something a mark, in addition to the quantitative data that you have provided. So that's why it's both a qualitative and a quantitative approach when you do evaluation. And when you evaluate someone, it's an important thing for you to highlight the strengths of your auditees, and at the same time you also have to pinpoint the areas for improvement. Sometimes it would just be easier for you to tick a mark, giving that person 100% or 5 as the highest grade in all the items being asked or being required, or items that you can see in your checklist. But you also have to put a sort of a balance. Maybe some of you might be uncomfortable as to how I am sharing my thoughts and ideas in doing performance evaluation, but it's an approach that requires a package of sometimes it's like the entirety of a system. You do not just evaluate a person because you have the data saying or telling you that he or she or that unit is very weak, but you also have to consider other aspects wherein your auditee or employees, shall I say, is performing better or really well. So that's why you have to be fair in doing the evaluation. You have to see both the good and the bad, and you would try to put interventions as to how you're going to improve on the areas that the person or the unit is not doing so well, and you have to institute measures to further sustain or maintain or even improve those areas that the person or unit is doing so well. When you evaluate, it's like you're putting both your mind and your spirit into the thing that you are doing, and it's not easy to just evaluate. Take it for as an example, when you attend a webinar, a conference, a convention, or an activity wherein you have to accomplish the evaluation form. Because of the time constraint, all you're gonna do is to take the highest or the thing that you just would like to mark in there. But I have learned that when you do the evaluation, I do hope that the organizers also are taking it seriously to go through the results of the evaluation, not just for requirement purposes. I hope that the results of the evaluation are being transformed into something that is beneficial for both the organizers, the activity, and of course the resource persons whom you have invited for the said activity. And feedbacking is also very important. When you evaluate someone, you do not just file your documents in one place and let it stay there, and it's like no one would try to have access on those data that you have. You also have to make sure that you do coaching, you do mentoring, you present the results of the evaluation so that the person or the unit would be able also to institute measures or things to further improve or enhance the things that they are doing in their scope of practice. So that's the beauty of evaluation, performance evaluation, in any forms, because evaluation can also be in many forms, or depending on the scope of the thing that you are evaluating, but nevertheless the principle is just the same. You go back to the set of criteria that you have established, you have agreed upon. Take note, it has to be agreed upon, because, like, take it for example, if you are evaluating a person for a specific job description, you have to have commitment into it. You cannot just evaluate a person without setting up expectations. So if you want that these things will be beneficial for the organization, for the growth of the person, and for the institution, you have to make it well understood by the person who will be executing the activities, so that when you do the evaluation, it's a mutual understanding and agreement between two parties, the one that is being audited or evaluated and the one who is supposed to evaluate or do the performance evaluation. So I think I've said quite a lot already about these things. If you would like to add to the things that I have discussed, I need not be so detailed as regards to this. Feel free to drop down a comment. Most probably some of you here, if not all, are also leaders and managers and even a participant, and you would have to jot or ink a performance rating to a person or to a unit or to a body that is laid down in front of you, and your ideas, your suggestions, and even your thoughts would really be highly appreciated. So I hope this clip is something beneficial to each and every one of you. But then this will not be complete without doing an application to our daily lives. You know, our life is a process, and it will be hard for you to achieve a good life if you do not reevaluate or revisit the things that you have gone through also. So, but the difference there is you do the self-evaluation of your life. And maybe people could evaluate you, how well you have done in your life, but it would also be great if you do self-evaluation. You know, you revisit the things that you have done, how well you have performed, you reassess in what specific areas you're not doing so well. Then you go back to your goals. You know, it's we are in the first week of the year, and maybe you do have your own resolutions or goals for this year. And if we go back a year ago in 2021, and if you have established specific goals and objectives for your life for the entirety of 2021, you could go back to the year of 2021 and revisit the metrics, personal, individual metrics that you have created or drafted for you to achieve personally. And maybe you self-evaluate how well you have performed, how well you have performed towards yourself, towards others, and of course the society. Or you could actually create more than what I have mentioned, but for me those are the three essential things that I really have to take into consideration. Who am I as a person, to myself, to others, to the people around me, and to the society that I'm thriving. So others are doing 360 degrees, they are being evaluated also by others. Then another party would be doing the evaluation, then you do the consolidation. Then you would be able to see there in the 360 degree, from peer review, peer evaluation to self-evaluation. Then you compare the data that you have gathered. Then I think that's one of the beautiful things that I have discovered as regards doing the performance evaluation, because you're trying also to go outside how you personally perceive your performance. That's one thing of running away from being so biased in doing the performance evaluation. So there you have it. So how am I supposed to evaluate my life? It's still doing good. It's still doing good. I did good, and there's still lots of room for me to improve, and will continue to work on with the things that I'm supposed to do in life, to be a good person to myself, to others, and to the community or society that I am coexisting. So I think there you have it, friends. I hope you somehow gained something from this quite a different session, and yeah, let's continue to introspect and take a pause and evaluate how well are we, based on our purpose, based on our goals and objectives in this thing called life. So thank you very much for staying with me, and I hope to see you in my next video recording. And to those who are already here, many thanks for joining me in my journey in doing one of the things that I don't feel like doing. I posted this in one of my social media accounts. It's actually doing a vlog. I'm not comfortable doing this. I don't have the technical expertise in doing this, but I have the message. I have the ideas. I have the information. I just have to. That's also one of the outcomes of my self-evaluation, that there are things that I am not really competent of doing, but I am working on it, and that's always for the betterment of myself as I continue to live in this world. So thank you very much. My cup of coffee again is getting colder, so I need to have a sip on this. And enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, everyone. COVID Omicron is quite on the rise. Thanks for the following. This is a good segment. May all my wishes be granted. Yeah, continue to take care. Do not let your guards down because COVID is still around. Be a responsible citizen of your country. Be a responsible and kind person to everyone around you. Continue to take care with each other, because life, after all, is not about a journey of one person. It's for everyone. And we move forward collectively as a group. Goodbye and see you. Take care.